下我跨得落，我恨个不羁。你在心说我还在无意，我反过的爱和真跟不息。
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
That incredible performance was from Skylar Cole, singing our national anthem. It's Friday night, and live on 2K Sports, we're going to bring you the NBA and all its excitement. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. D.A. will join us tonight on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, thank you very much. Now, the NBA has accepted that this is an era of player movement. Commissioner Adam Silver says the data shows that superstars moving isn't necessarily a bad thing because it allows situations to change. Teams that may not be in a competitive position hope that they can sign one of those players. And as we know, Kevin, hope springs eternal.
It always does. It keeps the fans involved and looking for more. David, thanks. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Out on the perimeter, it's Caldwell Pope and Porter Jr. Gordon steps in at the 4 with Jokic in at center. And it's Murray in at the 1 spot. And for the Warriors, the core of this team all out there, Curry and Thompson in the backcourt with Green at the 4. Andrew Wiggins is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. You know, almost every team has some kind of roster turnover in the offseason, so, Greg, this time of year can be about getting familiar with your new teammates.
Yeah, there's always a feeling out process this early in the schedule. It's about finding your team's identity, figuring out how all the pieces are going to fit.
Now here's Murray. Pass to Jokic. Lots of room. Cousins pulls it in. And so Cousins will bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. And Thompson gets it to go.
A very capable passer. DeMarcus Cousins does a solid job recognizing where to go with the ball.
And Stephen Curry with the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, quick foul to pick up right away here in the first quarter.
Passes it to Caldwell Pope. Jokic with it. Denver passing it around. The pass to Caldwell Pope. 6 on the shot clock. And a wide open look for Porter. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
And as good as Draymond Green has been on the floor, this guy will be an all-time broadcaster, already a popular podcast. Great TV studio appearances as well. Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Jokic sets the screen for Murray.
That's the 3rd straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket.
Wiggins dishes to Curry. A 3 ball. Another 3 for Golden State. And Draymond Green, the next broadcasting star. You've watched his work. Why is that?
And Kevin, I think his basketball IQ is incredible, and we see that when he plays, but he can also vocalize it to the audience. And of course, Draymond is not afraid to say what he thinks.
Rough patch here. 5 straight misses to begin the game.
Here's Cousins. Another 3 for Golden State.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. So for the Nuggets, their last game, a win against Utah. To the paint, here's Murray. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Yeah, first and foremost, he's a pass-first team player, is Caldwell Pope. Love seeing that.
Here's Golden State. They're on an 11-2 run. Down low. Here's Cousins, and he lays it straight in. Cousins has got 7 points.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
GA with their 4th title, the combination of Steph, Clay, and Draymond Green, the single most successful trio in the last half-century in the NBA.
And some would argue the best trio of all time. The most wins in the finals ever by a trio who each made an All-NBA team.
A sharpshooter with a quick trigger release, Caldwell Pope is known for being an efficient scorer.
And Caldwell Pope drops them both. We're seeing a lot of pretty lively pregame dance routines from the players. You got any of that in your repertoire, say, before we begin a broadcast?
Oh, Kevin, I think pretty soon we should work out a few sequences, get ourselves fired up. You game?
Come on, Greg. I'm not sure about that, but you go ahead and do it.
Cousins turning defense into offense with his activity that time.
And so here's Denver. It's a 14-point game. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
And, you know, the guys on the bench have great confidence in themselves. And when their name was called, they were ready to compete and contribute.
Brown, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Jackson comes in for Jamal Murray. And again, Denver no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Curry kicks to Wiggins. Pass to Green. Shoots the 3. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
The Nuggets trail by 17. Jackson deciding where to go with it. The 15-footer, good.
Can't give Jackson any airspace from there because he's going to make you pay.
And the jam by Stephen Curry.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
And with the moment, let's check out some stats for Thompson. He had a strong showing last season. He put up about 20 points per game last season. 4 rebounds and 2 assists. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
.106 left to play in the first. Blocked again.
And the defense not making things easy for them.
Yeah, they're having a hard time getting the ball in the basket, and as a result, falling behind here.
It's good from long range.
Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for them later on.
Curry with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Curry, good.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Warriors leading by 23. Inside. Out to Thompson. The 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
That's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
Here's Jackson. And that time, also a missed shot. Here's Cousins. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Cousins has got 12 points in the game. 1 second left. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. DeMarcus Cousins, he's been the guy making things happen for the Warriors. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Back right after this. so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Warriors?
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass. You know, this Denver team used to run a lot, but over the last few seasons, they've significantly slowed down their pace.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. The forward spots will be Porter Jr. and Gordon. Murray and Caldwell Pope, the guards. And it's Bryant in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And the Nuggets, Clark playing slower, more half-court basketball. Why?
Well, I think it suits the game of multi-time MVP Nikola Jokic. I mean, the Joker is a maestro in the post and on the perimeter as a passer and scorer. So he dissects opposing defenses from anywhere on the court, and the staff has adjusted how they play to fit Joker's skill set. That's a smart move.
And while we can, here's a look at the teams that had the fastest hands in the league last season. The Warriors, 4th.
Boy, they had so many guys with quick feet and quick hands on that team. I mean, they put relentless pressure on the opponent. And as a result, they came up with an awful lot of steals. I mean, this team has been very impressive defensively.
Now Caldwell Pope, following the miss by DeMarcus Cousins from deep.
Great read that time by Wiggins, anticipating the shot. Sends it out with return to sender posted.
And it's in there. Cousins has got 14.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
For three, Murray. The Warriors pull it in. Green's got his 5th rebound in this one. On the wing, Wiggins fires the three. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Green's got 3 assists now in this one. And Murray's got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. No points yet here in the second quarter for them. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. And Denver with a change here too. Jokic is checked in. Near the three-point line, it's Poole. Golden State moving the ball around. Shot's good by Iguodala.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Poole with the steal, and even 3-on-3 break. Three-pointer. Another 3 for Golden State.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And here are the Nuggets now after the Warriors pick up 3. And it's Gary Payton II with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was 1 step late that time.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And another miss by Denver.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And, guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Michael Porter Jr. was a top prospect in his high school class, but his back injury has presented a constant challenge. He says, it changed my perspective. I'm just going to get up every day and try to be better than I was the day before. If I'm giving my best every day, then I'm good. Back to you guys.
Well, you hope he stays healthy. That has been a concern. Thanks, David. And the Nuggets making a change here. Zeke Naji, he's checked in for Gordon. Green comes in for Porter. Brown, he's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Jackson in for Murray. Brown, good. Clark, of guys playing today, who would you put your money on to be a successful NBA coach?
You know, Kevin, the smart money is on point guards, but I think any player that's been a student of the game could be a successful coach. But point guards most likely is my answer. Chris Paul, maybe even a guy like Jalen Brunson in the future.
Here's Jackson after the Warriors pick up 3. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That is his first foul of the game.
Third team foul.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
The quickness of Reggie Jackson, terrific. Superb at slicing apart the defense with his drives to the rack.
Iguodala kicks to DiVincenzo. Rebound by the Nuggets. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another beforehand.
The Nuggets have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And there's a lot you can say about Golden State's offensive abilities, but their defense is also razor sharp. They know how to control the flow of the game.
The shot's good from DiVincenzo.
And there's DiVincenzo with the quick trigger. And not give him any room defensively. You've got to eliminate his airspace.
Now here's Jackson. He had 15 points last outing. And it's Looney with the rebound.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Iguodala gets the bucket.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Poole against Jackson. Fires the 3. It's not going to go for him. The Warriors go the other way with it.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
Poole finds DiVincenzo. No good from outside. Here's Jackson. That's tipped. Outside, Green. 3-pointer. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Golden State Warriors enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Steve. Some great engagement defensively. What's happening that's good at that end of the floor?
I think they're just playing hard, rotating, playing for each other, and they've done a better job of avoiding fouls and just playing through.
Steve, thanks for your time. Back to you.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
Hello, folks. With several other games going on around the league right now, let's catch you up on the action. You know, both of you were a little late getting to the table today. You guys goofing around on the clock?
What? No. We were just stuck in hair and makeup.
Oh, right. Hair and makeup took forever.
Yeah, I'm sure you two's hair took forever. There's just so much of it. It's kind of like me. Now, looking at the first half of play in our featured game, what a disaster it's been for the Denver Nuggets.
Definitely they need to get out on the three-point shooters and contest. The deep ball is killing them. This is what happens when another team identifies your weakness and just keeps hammering on it.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, Cousins has really been making it happen, guys.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Warriors. They host the Kings after this game. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. So with Iguodala sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. The core of this team all out there, Curry and Thompson in the backcourt with Green at the 4. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Andrew Wiggins. Murray, no good.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Wiggins finds Green to the middle. Cousins against Porter. No good from Cousins. Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Hey, Clark, one stat where Jokic is consistently dominant, of course, is rebound.
Well, he does everything well, but you're right. Season after season, game after game, Kevin, he is eating that glass. He stays near the top of that particular statistic. And he knows games are won and lost on the boards, and he wants to be able to contribute in that way. But he is a brilliant, brilliant player, not just a rebounder.
And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That'll be his second foul of the game. Denver making a switch here. Ryan's checked in.
Thomas Bryant.
Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Back to Gordon. Outside Porter. They get a hand on it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Floats it up for Cousins. And Cousins throws it down.
How about that? Cousins throwing it down on the alley-oop. Go ahead, big fella.
The Nuggets have gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Tries the spin move. Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. Dishes to Gordon. Back to Caldwell Pope. And the rejection by Cousins.
Well, I love when Cousins uses his reach and strength to stymie shooters. Nice positioning on defense there.
And the replay demonstrating once again how aggressive that defense was.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Here's Caldwell Pope. 3 on the clock. They need this. Blocked again.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Of course, the Warriors' offense stands out for its emphasis on ball movement. Coach Steve Kerr says if you get to touch the ball and be a part of the action, whether it's as an assist man, ball mover, shooter, dribbler, the more people who are involved in the offense, the more powerful it becomes. Kevin, strength in numbers indeed.
As has always been the case for his offense, the more the better. And it's worked for him. DA, thanks. Clark, how about the Nuggets? This core has really delivered.
Yeah, I like the young nucleus there, Kevin, led by the Joker, Nikola Jokic. I mean, one of the best in the West. I think they've built a perennial contender, definitely back on the map and in the thick of things. Got to get Porter Jr. and Murray healthy.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. group substitution here for Denver. Zeke Nnaji is checked in for Aaron Gordon. Green comes in for Porter. Brown is checked in for Caldwell Pope. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Murray. From deep, Green drains the three-pointer. Green's got 6.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
You know, the only way that's going to turn around defensively is by stopping the outside shot, not getting into a shootout. They're not going to out-shoot out this team.
Jackson finds Bryant. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Green, no luck. Here's Golden State. Some momentum with a 15-2 run underway. And the basket is good.
And no wonder Green has been called the heartbeat of his team. He just makes plays that energize the entire roster.
The Warriors shooting their first free throw tonight. I think it's pretty clear, Greg, what the goal is for this Denver organization long term.
It's simple, Kevin. Make it to the finals. The Nuggets have never been there. They've been close reaching a conference finals on more than one occasion.
We've got 1:18 left in the third quarter. Here's Jackson, and he makes good on the layup. He's got 6.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the pieces with that handle. And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
That's his 4th foul. I'm sure he recognizes the situation because number 5 put him in a rough, tough spot.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Warriors.
You know, this is an example of why conditioning can be so important. I mean, it can be critical. They continue to sprint the floor, and there's no let-up in sight.
And they're also finding a good deal of their points off turnovers tonight. Seems like every time they come up with an extra possession, they find a way to convert.
And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. It's his first trip to the line.
Yeah, 76% from the line a season ago, and most would consider that to be a success. And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead. This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
Jackson passes to Jokic. The dish now to Green. Pass to Jokic. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. He will go to the line to shoot 2. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
You know, we've seen Jokic embrace a larger leadership role. He wants to be the guy that leads his team, and that's not just with scoring, it's also with his voice.
3 seconds separate the shot clock in game. Hits it from three-point range. Curry's got 20 points.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
And how about the confidence right now from Jackson? Not bashful at attacking and drawing attention from there.
Reggie Jackson taking 2 shots.
He's perfect from the line this time. 15 seconds left in the third. Curry passes to Cousins. Good, and Curry gets the assist. He's got 24.
Yeah, Cousins doing what we've become familiar with and accustomed to with him. When he gets rolling and hot, really hard to cool him down.
Gets it off. DeMarcus Cousins, he's been the guy making things happen for the Warriors. He has really delivered at the offensive end. He's torched them for 24 points so far. Back to the action in just a minute.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Warriors.
Now let's listen in to head coach Steve Kerr.
Great start, fellas. Play, your cutting is awesome. Your movement without the ball is brilliant. Great stuff.
Good to hear that complimenting the motion. Steve Kerr likes this offense and how it's running right now.
And when the players and the ball never seem to stop, it really prevents a defense from getting set and digging in.
Denver basketball.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. And Denver will start the fourth quarter with. They've got Green, and it's Chancellor in the power forward position. And Draymond Green picks up the foul.
Draymond Green.
That's his third foul of the game. And with the internet and social media, players Clark have so much more ability to engage with the public and be heard. Is that important?
Kevin, anytime you can empower folks to share their voice, their stories, and be authentic in their own way, I think that's a positive. Player empowerment is something that social media avails, not only to players, but I think to everybody. It doesn't just bring attention to the game, but also causes and commitments players have to their respective communities and issues that are going on in the world. So I think it can be far more good than bad when you think about the platform of social media.
Thomas Bryant, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Drops in the tray. Green's got 9 points now in just the second hit.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
And a moment now to check out who the Warriors have coming up on their schedule. On Sunday, it'll be the Sacramento Kings coming into town. Then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the Phoenix Suns. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus. Just make the simple play.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Boy, you talk about Smith. He's not only an accomplished passer, but I think his shooting keeps defenses honest as well, even when they try to get physical with him.
Smith hits them both. And the play-in tournament, Greg, is here to stay, but the terminology is somewhat in limbo. Is that going to be part of the playoffs?
You hear people say it's not the playoffs, it's the play-in. Maybe the term postseason should cover both the play-in and the playoff. Something to think about.
Green, no luck.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
Bangs home the trifecta.
I'll tell you what, how easy does Wiggins make the game look? I mean, in the flow, excellent stroke from distance. That's fun to watch.
Now here is Smith, and the rejection by Curry. Thompson for the triple. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got 6 assists in the game. Knocked away. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And the rejection by Curry. Here's Cousins. And the layup's good off the glass. Cousins has got 12 points here in the second half.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
Now here's Bryant. No good again that time. On its way from Curry for 2. Cousins dishes to Curry. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Curry brings the double. Kicks it to Smith. And with the play-in tournament, single game elimination comes to the NBA, Clark. It brings tremendous ratings in the college game, and it's good to see it, I think, here in the pros.
I agree with you 100%, Kevin. Absolutely. I mean, the midseason tournament might also have that same kind of appeal. I think those high stakes really make for compelling, dramatic viewing.
Michael Porter, he's checked in for Denver. Murray comes in for Ish Smith.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Timeout called the Warriors. Jackson is checked in for the Nuggets.
In for the Nuggets, Reggie Jackson.
On offense, here are the Warriors. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Curry's shot is good.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three happy down the stretch sometimes. Letting it fly.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
Denver with the ball. The Warriors making the shot. Porter with it. Guarded now by DeMarcus Cousins. Outside Curry. And stolen by Murray. And there's the call on Curry. That's his 5th foul. Zeke Naji, he's checked in for Bryant.
Team's 4th. Into the lineup for the Nuggets, Zeke Naji.
Naji passes to Murray. Jackson has the open look. And again, Denver no good. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. A great 4th quarter, just giving up 2 points. Curry on the wing. The tray. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Green's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Had their fingerprints all over this matchup tonight. Just an impressive victory
for the Warriors.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And so with this, they'll end up with their 2nd win on the year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
Yeah, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of game 1 is just that much more motivated to get even in game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Stephen Curry.
Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game.
Curry way outside. Another 3 for Golden State.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished. They're going to win it, so he should just relax.
Substitution on the court.
That's good from Jackson.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
And so he makes both from the line. 16 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Thompson finds Wiggins. Another 3 for Golden State.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
And that was the last thing they needed. Now the clock is stopped and they put them on the line.
Yeah, and I'm confident Coach was reminding everybody, don't foul at the start of that possession. Obviously, he didn't get the message.
From past the arc. Good.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And now let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline for our player of the game. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Stephen. People talk about winning games that you're supposed to win. What's the key to doing that?
Just bringing energy. We had to set the tone from an energy standpoint early, especially at home. And we did that. We played great defense. The ball was moving, creating easy shots, and that's when we can kind of build momentum early.
Yeah, you guys rode that wave all the way to the win, man. Thanks. Back to you.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. As New Balance presents our player of the game, Stephen Curry.
Not a young thing, double back twice in a row, 3-3, pains all in my home.